Hey guys, welcome to this week's podcast. It's actually been a long time since we did our last podcast. 4 months ago. Can you guys believe that?
Oh no.
No, but we are back. I know a lot of people like to watch the podcast, and we are back. We're joined by a little bit of a different crew. We lost Adam,
Rest
who
in
had
peace.
retired, rest in peace, and Loka, who left the podcast, and he also
Also
left
rest in
HC,
peace.
which is not very
Oh, rest in
related,
peace.
but yeah, rest in peace to them both.
Yeah,
Um,
gone but not forgotten.
we're sticking on with Tyler, Delight,
I'm still
and
here.
Jody,
Hello.
the OG members.
Forever and always.
Yes, sir. And me, of course. And then we are joined by a new podcast member, Rizdius,
Hey guys. It's
and
me.
our special guest today, Charlie Venom 17.
17 every time.
17 every time.
Is it not? Is it not
Every
Is it
17?
time.
7?
It's 7.
Oh, it's 7.
Then why is it in your name?
It's not in my name. Oh, that's
Charlie
that's my
17?
Discord, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh.
It's my Discord.
Oh, that's my bad. We also
Hello.
have another new podcast member, who is, what's her name? Leopard?
Yeah, Leopard is
Who is-
Leopard joined the
okay,
crew,
Leopard?
but she's not here today.
She's not here today.
Uh,
Yeah,
she
so
had
she's
a
not
power
She's
outage.
not in the
So,
power outage.
Unfortunately.
So yeah. So
Oh.
she's not joining us today, but we have this crew here, and we're gonna move on. So as I said, 4 months ago was our last podcast, right? And a lot has changed. One of the biggest changes in TJL was Coruscant. We are now on Coruscant.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't want to address Quell music in the game.
yeah. I think that's
Yeah,
What?
he's
we're
just
just gonna
he's just
keep
visiting.
going.
It's fine.
He's here. Oh, all right. I wasn't
Okay,
even
we
watching.
can-
I was looking at. I was looking
we
at
can
my notes.
censor him out, but if he says he'll watch it, then you can stay in. I reckon.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
No, but I guess he's another special guest, unexpected special guest. But like I said, we switched to Coruscant. We're even on it right now for the podcast.
God, are we really
We have a
getting
little.
that
We actually have a live. We have a live. What's it called? Thing, whatever it's called. Live thing for the viewers to watch on Coruscant. So if you haven't been to Coruscant yet, which I'm surprised you haven't, head on down. So many renovations by the devs. Really
Shout out
spiced
devs.
up,
It's lovely.
spiffed up. I can't shout out the devs because I
Shout
am a
out the
dev.
devs.
But Coruscant, we switched to Coruscant. Alderaan's still there, so don't cry. You can visit it anytime. It's not as active. But yeah, if you want to relive some memories, go down to Alderaan 2, or come down to Coruscant, hang out. Some other big changes is the Galactic Senate has opened.
Yes.
Started by the one
Yo.
and only Lyrova.
Shout out to
Chancellor Lyrova.
Lyrova.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Lyrova.
Lyrova.
Shout out to
Yeah.
He recently unretired. Actually, maybe he did unretire back before our last podcast. Maybe, I don't know when it was, but
He unretired for when the Senate was coming out. He had the idea, and then if it was going through, he'd unretire. And then obviously.
Okay. Okay. So then it didn't. He unretired after our last podcast. So yeah, Lyrova unretired. He started the Senate, and he also joined HC. And that brings me to the next thing, which is me joining HC. I'm gonna downplay that a little bit, but me and Lyro joined HC at the same time. He was 3 times returning to HC. Can you believe that?
What a legend.
Yeah. His 3rd time on HC. And Mayrithu got HC very, very recently. What else? TRM had some big changes, like the new Legion. What's it called? Royal Guard Corps.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of big things with morphs. So if you haven't already, check it all out. Development wise, credits, believe it or not, have not come out yet. Jack is working very hard, and he has a lot of projects that he's juggling, so I don't blame him. But you know,
Maybe next year.
maybe next year. Maybe next year. And that brings me to my final catch up, which is the podcast has now joined the new division, TJO Broadcasting. Congrats to TJO Broadcasting on becoming official. Delight is the owner.
Yeah, I basically pitched
said-
the idea while I was an elder, and
He got
it just
the
went on from
privilege
there.
to unretire 2 weeks later after he retired.
Yeah, I don't even think it was 2 weeks. It was more like 1 week. And embarrassing, but it is what it is.
More like a short holiday than a return.
Yeah. So I think Delight is going to be catching us up on this week's news. Oops.
Yep.
This week's news. And then we're going to move on to the interview. I'm so sorry. I forgot to say Charlie Venom is here for an interview
Yeah.
for the rank of master. He got master like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Maybe more, maybe less. We didn't really do the digging. But
Cut off, Jim. It's all your turn. Wow.
yes, come on. But Tyler's gonna do the this week's news from the informative. We're still kind of working with the informative, and then we will move on to his interview. All right, take it away, Tyler.
Alright, so basically, to start off, we got some sad news with the HC. Zindra and Abe, they both stepped down.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Zin was on the HC for a very
Rest in
long
peace.
time.
Very
Abe
long
for
time. Yeah.
Oh,
Quite a while
yeah.
as well. It was kind of surprising to see them go.
And they went in the same week, which was a big loss for HC. We're pretty low on people.
Alright,
Legend, new
Yeah,
master?
it's 6 right now, including Jack.
6.
Yeah, there's 6 HC, not including Jack.
Wow.
So there's 7 HC in total.
And
That's
new
mad.
HC
I
maybe
found
coming
so
up.
busy recently.
It was like 12 not long ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that long ago. It was 12, I think.
The
When
last
I got
weekend.
on, when I got on, what was it, like a month ago, or a month and a half, and that made it 12. It was max at that point, and then now it's down to really low.
Next up, we got a new channel being created in the Discord, a question of the day channel where people can answer the question, I think.
Courtesy of Refugees Committee.
Get
Yes,
that
it is.
plug. And then some more militarization. Listior and Cole, who is joining us in game right now.
Yeah,
Uh, they have been
Let's-
militarized, and they are the new
Oh, we just
RGC Jedi Commanders.
yeah,
Congratulations.
congrats, Call. He's so confused.
I love that.
Oh, he's under the VC. I didn't know.
No, he's
Alright,
not.
That's
Congrats.
all
He's
of
not
this
even.
week's
He's
news.
not even part of the
Not
podcast.
much
He
of
just
the
found
theory, he
himself
just came
here.
up. He just
Just
wandered.
showed up.
That's everything for this week from the informative. So I guess we can move on to the interview.
Yeah,
Nice.
Jody's gonna take away the interview.
Right, well, of course Charlie's here for his interview because he got master recently, as we've sort of said. Gonna jump straight into it. Charlie!
Hello.
So, as you know, you've just become a master. Was it something you expected to happen? You know, did you sort of anticipate this?
I thought it was still going to be a couple of months, to be honest.
Yeah, was,
I
was
w-
it
I
something
was,
you were working for?
I was definitely trying to work towards it. I wasn't for a long time, but recently I started thinking about it more and thinking I could actually get it if I applied myself.
Yeah, yeah. Well, clearly you've done that and done it well because you've obviously made it up.
Mhm.
I know you've been quite busy in consulate, something I was quite interested in because you're becoming a master. You're not required to stay in the path if you want to, but do you still plan to sort of immerse yourself within consulates and sort of keep that going, or do you want to kind of step away now that it's not mandatory, or?
No, I'm gonna keep on working in consoles. I enjoy it. I love the path, to be honest. I
Good
love
to
all the
hear.
people in there.
That's class. Yeah. Well, now that you're a master, do you have any plans from here Now that you've got that sort of wider horizon, so to say, maybe High Council, for example.
I didn't think I'd get this far. I thought I was just gonna. I just thought I was gonna chill at AJK and then just fade away eventually, like a lot of people do. So now
Yeah.
I'm just sort of chilling for the time being, seeing where I can go.
So now you're gonna fade away as a master instead.
No, well, hopefully not.
Yeah. Well, with that High Council thing, can you ever see yourself in the High Council? Or is that something you just kind of want to wait and see, maybe just see how the wind blows, you know?
Wait and see how the wind blows.
Yeah, I don't blame
Maybe,
you.
maybe one day.
I wanted to ask, so if none of you knew, Charlie Venom, a lot of people know him as the guy with the Spider-Man mask. Back when he was a knight, he would
Yeah.
run around with a ridiculous-looking Spider-Man mask, and kind of he's he's talked
no.
about how, you know, at that point in time, back when he was like a youngling or whatever, he kind of wasn't really taking, I mean, like, obviously to a certain extent, but you weren't taking it as serious as you would have anticipated. Do you think back then, when you were kind of just messing around, or just like you joined the order, just not thinking much of it, did you think you would get far at all?
I joined to mess around. I joined to. I went
Yeah.
to Force Sense training to try and cause like trouble,
Right.
and then I said, because I did it with Alfie. I don't know if you
Sentinels need
guys
to write
know
this
Alfie.
down. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
get right this down, get right down. And I said to Alfie, I'm in too deep after I sat there for an hour taking notes, and then I just sort of started taking it more seriously from there. So I was like, I just waited an hour, might as well pour a bit more time into it.
What
And
made
then I poured a
you?
lot more time into it.
Sorry. What made you decide to take off the Spider-Man mask? What was the what was the initial decision?
Roblox face review.
I realized that maybe I appeared about 6 with it on.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. When I knew you, when you had it, you did appear.
Yeah,
About
I
the
thought it
right
was funny.
age of 6.
I thought it was. I just found it funny. I realized that if I wore the dumb mask, I could say dumber things and not be judged. So I just walk around the game being stupid with like my dumb Spider-Man mask.
I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you were judged, but that's just me.
I'm not that.
No comment.
I'm not that bothered.
Hey, your dumbness of outfits does not compare to Jody. Sorry, Jody.
Oh my
Jody's wearing a
God.
plant. Jody's
My arm.
She's
Look
wearing
at
a
my-
fez.
Look at my suit.
What is that? Is that a lampshade or a fez?
I thought it was a plant pot. I thought it was a plant pot.
Come in for me with that.
Oh, are we doing a fashion show?
Up to your own imagination. No, I'm being roasted via. I gotta defend myself. There we are. Leave it to it, like.
Wow. Oh.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
No way!
There
It's
it is.
him. It's him.
I'm gonna sit with this on now.
Damn.
Right, so
I
if
would
you guys
also
are done
eat
with
it out.
the interview, we can move on to the Jody's joke corner.
Ah,
Making
the
a
best
comeback.
Oh,
part.
let's go.
Oh, okay, well, this is Jolie's joke corner, right?
Oh, wow.
Joke attire.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
I will say I'm a great fan of this one, like all of them. Okay, so basically, there's this young lad who goes to school, and for the most part, he got straight A's. He's a perfect student, more or less. Doesn't cause any trouble, does well, all that. Teachers love him, and one day he goes into school and he joins a band. Now,
Sounds like me.
yeah, just like Charlie, really random, joined a band. It seems strange, whatever. Nobody really minded because it was quite academic. It seemed, you know, clever kid does band, whatever. And then he comes in the next day, and he's dyed his hair black because he was blonde before. And then the next day he goes in, and he's wearing the wrong uniform. Next day he goes in, band day. They gotta do the concert. everyone walks in their fancy clothes, all lovely, and he walks in, black face paint, black hair, everything like that. The whole crowd is watching him, and he's got to do the solo. This perfect student gone rogue, got to do the solo. So he walks out onto the stage, he stares at everyone, and all of a sudden, the floor crashes beneath him. And his father's in the audience, and he stands up and he says, "Don't worry, guys. He's just going through a stage."
I like that one.
Wow, Jody. Did you make that one up yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that what you were
What
laughing
did
at?
what'd you think? Did you just how'd that come to form?
Because I think I saw someone say, "Oh my God, he's going through a stage," because he fell through a stage. So I didn't really make it up, but it was inspired by whatever that was. Maybe it was in a newspaper. Not that I read newspapers, but when I was on the phone, reading my newspaper. I love
Right. So that was Jody's Joke Corner. I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you.
What time is it right now? 5:45 EST.
Under
So-
20 minutes of recording.
Correct.
Okay. So I think we're going to be wrapping this up now. We got a nice quick podcast. There's Jody waving. It was the first podcast in a while, and I think we're gonna be able to kind of get ourselves settled again. This is kind of, the first one with the new crew. Hopefully Leopard will be able to be here next week. And I think we've kind of gotten it together that we'll be able to do this whole thing routinely. But I'm really, really glad that people are watching. TGO Broadcasting is going to be doing more streams more frequently. So if you haven't, maybe turn on that notification bell on. But no, it's I'm glad that this is all coming together. And make sure to leave a like on the video. But anyways, thanks for watching.
Thank you.
This was the TJO podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya later.